Hi everyone, I'm Chris Fay and I have some exciting news to share with you. Today is the release of Write with Fay, 10 Sparks to Guide You from Idea to Publication. There's the spine and the back. I'm really excited about the back because that's my bio and that's my author photo. I've never had these on the back of one of my published printed books before, so that in itself is very exciting. In this video, I wanted to share with you a couple of essays from my book. In Spark 1, Being a Writer, the first essay is, what do you not need to be a writer? Now, for me, I always felt this was very important because so many people believe that you need certain things to be a writer. Well, there are a few things you need, but so many people believe they need things that they don't, and that is what I am going to cover here. Number 1, a degree in English literature. I have a GED. I've never even taken a college course. It's true. Number 2, a laptop. In the beginning, I only wrote in notebooks and then on my family's clunky computer. Use what you have. Number 3, money. Many times I was poor, using coffee filters as toilet paper because it was all I had, sleeping on the floor, being without cable and the internet for over a year, and sometimes without electricity for a week. And yet, I still wrote. Number 4, a support system. Your family may not understand why you want to write, and your friends may laugh, but that's fine. You don't need anyone's permission. Write for yourself. Number 5, an office or desk. Write at your dining room table, at your kitchen counter, on the couch, in bed, in the bathtub. Write anywhere. Number 6, a home. I was never homeless, but I sure felt like it at times. I lived with one sister, then the other. I lived with my mom, and then we both lived with my sister. For years, I never felt like I had a home, a real home to call my own. Writing was my true home during those years. Number 7, a critique group, writing group, or mentor. These groups are great, for sure, but they aren't necessary to write. As far as having a mentor goes, you only need yourself. There will come a time when you'll need beta readers, and writing friends are the best, but you don't need someone to tell you how, when, or where to write. You don't even need them to answer your questions. Many answers can be found in books and on websites if you put in the effort. Number 8, an interesting life. You don't need a bad childhood or a strange or broken family to write. Whatever you have is enough. Number 9, an extrovert personality. As a matter of fact, most writers are introverts. I'm an introvert. It's true. Number 10, love. You don't need to be in love to write romance. You could write believable romances as someone who's never been kissed. Believe it. Now you're probably wondering, well, what do I need to be a writer? That's coming up next. Number 1, pen and paper at the least, a computer at the most. A typewriter will even work. Number 2, senses. Do you have eyes? See. Do you have ears? Listen. Do you have hands? Touch. Do you have a tongue? Taste. Do you have a nose? Smell. Stretch your senses, explore with them, and write. Number 3, thoughts and emotions. To write, you need to think like your characters, and you need to feel connected to your readers. Number 4, courage. You're going to be stepping into uncharted territory, escaping into new worlds, going deep within, facing your past, and defining yourself. It takes courage to go there. Writing about your pain and your truth is tough, but we can all do it. Number 5, perseverance. You need to keep going no matter what. I had wanted to quit many times, but the thought of giving up writing, my love, was too much. So I pushed through. I persevered, and you can too. This book has so much in it. I want to share with you a little bit from the table of contents. Now, when you hear the title, 10 Sparks to Guide You from Idea to Publication, you probably think 10 makes it a small book. Not so. 10 means there are 10 sections. As a matter of fact, every section has several essays. Every essay has many sparks. Every page has several sparks. This book is full of sparks, but the sparks in the title refers to the sections. Spark 1 is section 1, and that is being a writer. Spark 2 is story essentials. I talk about things like the 4 main point of views, 2 or more character perspectives, creating mood, and I give dialogue advice. Spark 3, a book's stepping stones from beginning to end. I talk about things like showing and telling, the very first sentence, to prologue or not to prologue, bad things must happen, should you kill off your protagonist, the art of naming a book, chapter titles, pretty much everything you could need. Spark 4 is the how-to section. So how to initiate action, write romance, increase suspense, create mystery, produce horror, add comedy, write a children's book. Spark 5 is character ER. I love this section. It's all about creating believable, realistic characters with depth. There is so much there. I'm just going to mention a couple of the articles that I really love. Protagonist versus antagonist, trick your readers, create a heroine of steel, and then there's the section about habits and quirks, flaws, fears, and weaknesses, all the things that you can give your characters. Spark 6 is editing. And in this section, you will find the ultimate editing list. I use this for the books I edit and for my books. Spark 7 is publishing. You will find things like branding yourself, using a pen name, author photo tips, your author bio, you are your author tagline, and so much more. Spark 8 is marketing. Pretty much everything you can think of for marketing is in this section. Facebook page, blogging, blog tour, press kit, Facebook party, free days, audiobooks, getting reviews, setting up a website, business cards, Twitter, Instagram, forming a newsletter, LinkedIn, book events, approaching libraries, the benefits of a street team, and at the very end, 100 marketing tips. Spark 9 is writing about. This came from my blog where I wrote about specific characters or scenes. In the writing about section, there are additional sections. The first one is supernatural for angels, ghosts, reapers, vampires, witches, and zombies. Disasters is the next one. Of course, I am the author of the Disaster Crime series, so I had to get that one in there. Blizzards, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, wildfires. Action and crimes is the next one. This one's a pretty big section. You can find things like interrogation, a hostage, kidnapping, torture, and surprisingly enough, the torture and kidnapping posts on my blog do very well. I don't know why. Spark 10, the last one, is final inspiration. There are 6 essays here to give you a boost to really get going writing your book and just to keep you motivated and inspired. The last one is final words of wisdom. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're interested in this book. And if you do get it, I would greatly appreciate a review. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.